We told you we'd be back.
We want to hear you enjoying yourself.
You're in big trouble, mister.
W3L. W3L.
Luke Aldridge will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Smith at this week's W3L box office event, All Thriller in Stirling. There is still time to vote on the stipulation for this match and all matches for All Thriller by visiting the W3L Wrestling Soldier Facebook group. Logan Smith is in a triple threat match this week as he faces off against Hugo Harris and Xander Davidson. Will Logan Smith move forward to All Thriller with another victory under his belt? Find out this week on W3L Wrestling Showdown.
Will be a triple threat match with the first person to score a pin or submission being declared the winner. Introducing your first participant.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the longest running weekly wrestling show on YouTube. Brian D here with you, taking you through the action. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, we did leave very abruptly last Sunday again. I do apologise, but of course, Taylor Bryden was in a very bad way. And if you do go onto our social media, W3L Worldwide Wrestling League on Facebook, there is an update on there.
This is the prospect, Xander Davidson.
So we will keep you updated on the process of Taylor Bryden going forward. Meanwhile, Xander Davidson getting ready for triple threat action against two men who have huge contests this Friday at All Thriller. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? This Friday, All Thriller coming to you live from Stirling. And first up, what a night it can be for this young man if he could pull off the unthinkable. Logan Smith, ladies and gentlemen, has made a hell of an impression, and a hell of an impression and quite the impact in W3L. But he's bagged himself an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. Luke Aldridge, there it is, All Thriller, and you could choose, are all the community members handcuffed at ringside, or will it be a lumberjack match? And as for this man, well, not quite the night he may hope for, because his worst nightmare has come true. It's Summer Spectacular. The self-proclaimed wrestling's most handsome man found himself in a cup on the pole match against Mike Musso, and well, that night didn't go planned, and neither were all Thriller. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hugo Harris will face Matt Monroe. However, you could pick who officiates that match. Who will call it right down the middle? Will it be our tour manager Claire, our sales rep Amelia, or will it in fact be our MC Fiona Lochran? All three women have been subjected to humiliation and embarrassment by Hugo Harris in the past. Well, you the fans get to decide who perhaps might get to put Harris in their place. Of course, they have to call it right down the middle.
Professional wrestling, Hugo Harris.
Well, Hugo Harris might get some momentum going in here, but you just wonder what way the W3L fans are going to vote. Once again, you can vote for the stipulation by visiting the W3L Wrestling Soldier Facebook group. You just search for that and request to join, and you can vote from there. And of course, we will run through the rest of the night. There it is, all Thriller. And of course, 18th we are in Leith for some showdown tapings, and of course 14th of November the Great Winters Bash Dunfermline. Of course Johnny Storm returns then, and then Bishop Mill Hall Showdown Elgin, and finishing off the year will be Broxburn at the Strathbrook Community Centre, 28th of December. And here we go, Smith now. We knew this was going to be a 2-on-1 situation right away as Xander and Harris, but Smith now holding his own. Oh, it was. Logan Smith, the number one contender to the heavyweight championship of the world this Friday. Can he succeed where others have failed due to the commune's interference? And there goes Harris, and that won't be a factor if they're handcuffed or if the W3L roster are lumberjacks. Beautiful hurricanrana. And ladies and gentlemen, there's the beautiful stallion drop kick. The action's thick and fast here. I'm trying to get my points across is very difficult right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put things in perspective. Even if the W3L roster are lumberjacks, if they can come to consensus, if they have differences, put them aside and unite against the commune, Logan Smith could walk away from Stirling with the heavyweight championship of the world. If they're handcuffed, well, even better. You have to wonder what kind of tricks Luke Aldridge will pull in. Xander grabbing the foot of Smith, and that gives Harris the opportunity to gain control. Harris looking for the admiration there from the fans. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will now be a 2-on-1 assault. No doubt Harris and Davidson will work together here, but that's only going to go so far. One of these men are going to want to get the W. For Harris, it may be inevitable. It depends on how he's going to treat the official on Friday. Hard Irish whip into the corner. For Logan Smith, it's all about staying healthy as possible. You could bet Father Luke's watching this match right now, and you could bet, and there's another one, he is going to be taking notes on what may be injured in this case, the back of Logan Smith hitting these turnbuckles hard, not going to do him any favours. The slightest little tweak in the knee, the slightest little rib, maybe difficult to breathe, whatever. Logan Smith needs to be very careful in this contest. And look at this, there goes Davidson. As Smith now, building momentum, gaining control, winding that up. Oh, Xander, Davidson gets it. And all of a sudden Smith in control! Beautiful drop kick by Harris. Saw his opening, took advantage. And now Harris was directing traffic. And now all of a sudden Harris and Davidson back in control. Knee drop by Harris. It's Davidson, and he went for the cover there, and Harris breaks it up, and obviously Harris wants the win for himself, and nice leaping elbow there by Harris. Now Harris goes for the lateral press, and Davidson breaks it up. And now you can hear Harris and Davidson arguing over who's going to win this contest. Partnership may be coming to an end. Shoving match going on. And Smith is on his feet. Clothesline. Takes both men down. And now Smith. European uppercut in the corner. One for Harris. Another one for Davidson. Another one for Harris. Oh, Smith now maybe. Oh, wait a minute. There's a burst of energy. Fatigue looked like it was setting in, but somehow Smith managed to get a little burst of energy there. And Irish whips Harris. For Davidson, I beg your pardon. Action's that thick and fast now. I don't know who's who. Double headbutt to each other. Oh, Smith calling for it now. In other parts it's known as an RKO. Here it's called a Logan cutter, and went for it, but Harris hits a spine buster. And Smith rolling to the ropes, and look at that, Davidson. Nice catch, Plex. And Harris wisely rolling to the outside. No countouts, no disqualifications in this contest. You can take as much time as you want on the outside, but then again, somebody could get the win. Just like Davidson's going to try and get a pedigree here as he hooks those arms. Smith ducks. Springboard Logan cutter. And the lateral press. And it's over. Smith gets the victory, the all-important W. The momentum is in the grasp of Smith. If he pulls that off Friday, we've got a new W3L World's Heavyweight Champion. And there's not a damn thing the community could do about it, because they're going to be either handcuffed or will have a trail of W3L roster members in their way. Father Luke's going to have to pull something really special from his sleeve. Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations Logan Smith, but let's give you an update on All Thriller and what you can expect to see this Friday in Stirling. First up, ladies and gentlemen, the Women's Championship is on the line. Moxie Malone will defend her W3L Women's Championship, but you can choose against who? Will it be Ruby Roberts or will it be the Commune's Tate? However, why not have both? A triple threat match you can vote for, and the winner, of course, in the triple threat match, the champion doesn't have to be pinned or submitted for a new champion to be crowned. Then and from there, Chris Renfrew makes his return to W3L, and this time Sakib Ali is his target, and you could pick what match they're going to have, two which are up Chris Renfrew's alley. Right now it will be a tables match, or will you vote for a Falls Count Anywhere street fight match? It's entirely up to you. As we covered, Hugo Harris will take on Mark Monroe. However, ladies and gentlemen, who will be the official for that contest? Will it be our MC Fiona? Will it be our sales rep Amelia? Or will it be our tour manager Claire? All three women have been wronged by Harris in the past. Well, you'll have to be very nice to one of them at least on Friday if he wants them to call it straight down the middle. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the W3L Wrestling Showdown Championship will be on the line as Andrew Marshall versus the Blood Tourist Luke King Sharp for Luke King Sharp's W3L Wrestling Showdown Championship. However, ladies and gentlemen, again, you can choose between a 30-minute Ironman match or a traditional British rounds match. Those are the two options you can choose. And of course, if it's a 30-minute Ironman match, at the end of the 30 minutes, whoever has the most falls, the most decisions their way, they will be the W3L Wrestling Showdown champion. Then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, announced on our social medias this week, LND, Legends Never Die, will go up against the Commune in tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, you can choose from the following. Will it be Chalice on a pole match? Of course, Sammy Sparks has been the victim of Luke Aldridge's Chalice in the past. Or will we have a tornado tag match where all four men are in the ring at the same time? You do not have to tag. And then, of course, Paul Hubris will be back with us, and of course he has Paul Hubris International Challenge. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw the challenger in action and get a huge win here on Showdown. Logan Smith will challenge Luke Aldridge for the W3L World Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, Luke Aldridge cannot look to the Commune for help, because they're either going to be handcuffed to a corner each or blocked by a row of W3L roster members if you should wish to choose a lumberjack match. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all Thriller. It comes your way this Friday 17th, Stirling. You can get your tickets at www.w3lwrestling.com. We will see you at All Thriller.